The Marvel Universe is filled with tragic origin stories, but few are as deeply personal and defining as that of Jack Murdock, the father of Matt Murdock, better known as Daredevil. His life, struggles, and ultimate fate played a crucial role in shaping the blind superhero's journey, setting the foundation for Matt's moral code, fighting spirit, and unwavering commitment to justice. Jack Battlein Murdock was a professional boxer in Hell's Kitchen, New York, a man who made his living with his fists but lived with a heart full of love for his son. He was the embodiment of the blue-collar fighter, tough, resilient, and willing to do whatever it took to provide for his child. As a single father, he raised Matt on his own, ensuring that his son focused on academics rather than following in his footsteps as a fighter. He always encouraged Matt to pursue a future outside of the ring, pushing him toward education and a better life. But Jack Murdock was a man caught in a corrupt system where the boxing world was run by mobsters and criminals who controlled fights behind the scenes. He often took dive fights, deliberately losing matches for the sake of gambling rackets controlled by crime bosses. However, when he was given an opportunity to finally win a fight and reclaim some of his pride, he took it, despite the dangers that came with defying the mob. Jack's final fight was supposed to be a setup, another staged match where he would throw the fight to satisfy his criminal handlers. But this time, Jack refused to go down. Fighting with the heart of a true champion, he defied the orders of the crime syndicate and won the match in a stunning display of skill and determination. It was a moment of pride, but it would be his last victory. His defiance came with a cost. The mob, angered by his refusal to throw the fight, made sure Jack Murdock paid the ultimate price. Later that night, he was murdered in a dark alley, gunned down for his act of rebellion. His death became the defining tragedy in Matt Murdock's life, a turning point that pushed him toward becoming Daredevil. Jack's murder wasn't just the loss of a father, it was the moment that forged Matt Murdock's path as a hero. Seeing his father's struggle and sacrifice, Matt understood the power of standing up for what is right, no matter the cost. The pain of losing his father became his motivation, driving him to become the protector of Hell's Kitchen. He would dedicate his life to justice, both in the courtroom as a lawyer and on the streets as Daredevil. Despite his tragic fate, Jack Murdock's legacy lived on. His son carried his fighting spirit into every battle, no flaw, whether against common criminals or superpowered threats. Matt would often reflect on his father's lessons, using them to guide his actions as both an attorney and a vigilante. Throughout Daredevil's history, Jack's story has been revisited in flashbacks, reaffirming his role as the emotional cornerstone of Matt's journey. Jack Murdock represents the struggle of the working class, the sacrifices of parents who fight to give their children a better life, and the harsh realities of a world where doing the right thing often comes at a terrible price. He may not have worn a superhero costume, but his actions defined the hero his son would become. His story has been adapted across multiple versions of Daredevil's tale, including comics, television, and film. Whether in Frank Miller's Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, the 2003 Daredevil film, or the Netflix series, Jack Murdock's legacy remains one of the most important in Marvel history. He was a fighter, a father, and, in his final moments, a man who stood for something greater than himself. Though his life was cut short, Jack Murdock's influence is eternal, living on through the heroism of Daredevil.